Hey everyone, Shay from 144 Firearms Training. Today I want to talk about the very first pistol that I ever shot. Yes, I still own the very first pistol I ever shot. It is the Ruger Mark II stainless steel. It was manufactured in 1982. This handgun is over 40 years old. So, over 40 years old, it was my dad's gun. Now, my dad, we hunted all my life. I was raised in a little small town in northeast Arkansas. Actually, I wasn't raised in the town. I was raised 5 miles out on a gravel road in that town where we farmed rice and soybeans and just really did about anything to survive. Very small farm. My dad, one employee, and myself most of the time, and that's who ran this family farm. And so we did a lot of shooting growing up. Probably where I get my love and desire to shoot guns is because of my dad. And what we used this little pistol for, a little 22 long rifle, was in the winter time when we already harvested the crops. In the winter, it kind of got thin. I mean, we had to really hunt for our own food. We had to, I remember eating just whatever we killed and a lot of beans. But we would also trap fur. And when I say fur trapping, that's not a thing really much anymore, but mink, muskrats, sometimes some coons. And we would set traps in the wintertime. We would go run the traps. If we caught a mink, muskrats, we'd take them back, we'd skin them, we would tan the hides, and then we would go sell the hides. But sometimes when you walked up on a trap, you'd have something in there that was still alive and that we need to take care of it. That's where this little 22 long rifle came in. My dad was a really, really good shot. I mean, from 7 yards away with a little pistol, shooting a spot about that big to make sure that the fur was still good. And sometimes we had to kill some things that you couldn't sell the fur, but it was trapped in there, and so we had to just take care of that. So I have shot this little pistol a lot, and it's funny because we have all kinds of magazines from my Glocks and everything like that. One mag. And so the Mark II actually was an improvement of the Mark I. Mark I only had 9 rounds. This actually will hold 10 rounds into it. The stainless steel. It's the standard version. And this is 40 years old. And I haven't done much cleaning or anything. Really, only thing I see is there's one screw right there that has a little rust on it. The rest of it, this is pristine. They just don't build guns this way anymore. Now, I have a lot of guns, and I would probably sell about every gun except this Mark II. This is not going anywhere. This will be passed down from generation to generation. My boys know how important this gun is to me, and so important that I thought that we had lost this gun. And when we moved to northwest Arkansas about 10 years ago, we had a moving company that moved us, and they had to stop. They said they were out of hours, so we were all coming up here to northwest Arkansas. We got to our house, and the moving company had to stop halfway at a hotel and said they were out of hours. They couldn't finish delivering. So we had to get very creative where we slept that night, clothes, everything. But the next day, we had to be at work. And so I started a new job, and my wife had to go back to northeast Arkansas. So the movers were going to be here by themselves, and we could not put the guns with the movers, so they had to be with us. I couldn't take them with me. She couldn't take them with her. So she hid this little Mark II in a sweater, and she packed it down in a sweater so no one could see it, and she forgot about the sweater. I looked and looked. I even called the company, asked them if the guys were trustworthy who actually delivered our stuff, because I couldn't find my gun. 5 years went by, and I searched pawn shops and different places, and I just almost pulled the trigger to buy another one that looked just like it a couple of times. One day I was actually watching football, college football, on the couch. My wife was in the bedroom, and she was doing a little closet clean out, and there was a stack of sweaters that she had folded this in, and she walked in the room. She's crying. I said, "Honey, what's wrong?" And she hands me this gun. I said, "I found your dad's pistol." And yeah, I got a little emotional, or maybe a lot of emotion, when it came to it. So this gun, like I say, I still shoot it. It shoots like butter. This is a great, great gun. Look at the trigger. I mean, we try to have flat triggers and everything else, but I mean, this is just a piece of work. Now listen, there is another gun right over here to my side. You'll see this shotgun. It's a 20 gauge. My second shotgun that I ever shot was that gun. That was my gun. That's what I grew up shooting once. So all the kids in our family would always get a 410. It was passed down as a single shot generation. That's what we actually learned to shoot a shotgun with. But then I got that gun. I worked in the fields, paid for it myself. I remember I'm probably 12, 13, 14 years old. I can't remember exactly. But I remember when I bought it, I was out actually pulling weeds and hoeing weeds in a bean field, going row through row. And I was making $4 an hour from my dad. And when I got done, there was a guy that came by wanting to sell this shotgun. And I didn't have enough money at the time. And so I went into debt with my dad, and you should never do that because he worked every bit of that shotgun off of me, pulling weeds, raking weeds, all the stuff that we had to do on the farm. And so that is really I've killed a lot of rabbits. I've killed a lot of squirrels. I've killed a lot of blackbirds with that gun right there. The other shotgun sitting beside it, it was my dad's 12 gauge. These three guns I'll never sell. I'll never get rid of. They'll be passed down to my boys. They'll be passed down to my grandkids. So I'm pretty excited that I get to actually pass it down. The rest of these guns, these Glocks, everything else I own, not as sentimental to me as these guns right here. But this Ruger Mark II, man, what a great gun. Guys, 144 Firearms Training. I hope you're enjoying the channel. I hope if you are, would you do me a favor? And I've never asked this, but if you could subscribe to this channel, just to get the word out that there's someone in Northwest Arkansas that is actually doing some firearm training in a very safe environment. I'm a pastor, so you're not going to hear language. You can bring your kids. Actually, I'm going to train a family. The husband came up to me and said, "Hey, I want my whole family, for my kids and everything, to come out and just kind of learn safety and how to treat a gun and learn how to fire." And so we're going to do that. It's a safe place, just a different niche for the firearm business. So go out, have fun, and be safe with your firearms, guys. We'll talk to you later.